Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, it's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
All right, this is Rooted Speech, man. We got Captain Tywar in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rooted Speech, man.
One who has vetted,
Let's
one who
stay.
has
I'll
pumped
break it
through
down
my
right
blood,
quick,
don't
though.
forget it. One who West in my brain, one who West in my heart, one who West when I finish, one who West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we about to demo the building. These fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun young and down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beat, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring commas. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in the Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West ball put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no, we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with style, we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause the niggas getting fouled, shooting like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like Amino. And the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one.
It's body bag up in this bitch, nigga.
You already know what it is, nigga. We stepping on shit. Yeah.
Body bag in this bitch for life. Hey, this that shit, double. This that one.
Body bag in this bitch for life. You don't wanna fuck.
You can step, but just don't step wrong. Flag to the left. You can rep, but just don't rep wrong. Aim above the neck. Your face and your chest blown. Bitches by the bag and you'll be dead before the next song. Cause I spend my time hustling. At my back against the wall and can't nobody tell me nothing. Spend my time hustling. Had to get it out the mud so can't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't never been no hoe, you got me fucked up. And I don't give a fuck, just know you got me fucked up. And I ain't never going broke, you got me fucked up. If you think I care about that hoe, you got me fucked up. Yeah, cause I spend my time hustling. Had to get it out the mud, so can't nobody tell me nothing. Spend my time hustling. Had my back against the wall, so can't nobody tell me nothing. Yeah. I'ma jump it out. So many bullets in the bitch, can't duck them all. The ambulance had to rush your boy. No scrap in his chest in the lap like an ugly bra. Don't get your bra involved. Understand that this protocol is all good to the corner call. Street cornered off, cause the man knocked down on the ground full of blood with his shoulders off. I demand respect, I'm peaceful, nothing less. If it disrespect, I disconnect the neck. No reconnect, the doctors know what bits. Can't detect the vet that got him stretched. Mama cried, baby mama stretched. The kids confused, they want the daddy back. Provide abuse, close the casket back. When that nigga chop, you gotta live with that. I just spit the fence and you can keep the rap. Better keep it rap, you gotta keep a scrap. And once the tap, your bitch can keep a cash. Shit, I'm done with that, but gotta run it back. Just spit the fence and you can keep the rap. Better keep it rap, you gotta keep a scrap. And once the tap, your bitch can keep a cat. And that's a rap, so what you say to that? I ain't never been no hoe, you got me fucked up. And I don't give a fuck, just know you got me fucked up. And I ain't never going broke, you got me fucked up. If you think I care about that hoe, you got me fucked up. Yeah, cause I spend my time hustling. Had to get it out the mud, so can't nobody tell me nothing. Spend my time hustling. Had my back against the wall, so can't nobody tell me nothing. Yeah.
Body bag in this bitch for life. It's a killer when you fuck with me. That shit hard, nigga. That shit is hard. Top one, you can hear me?
Con, I hear you just fine, bro.
Hey man, that's that motherfucking. That's that song right there. I ain't gonna hold
You
you.
gotta put me on, bro. You gotta
that's-
put me on. That joint did sound pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's that number one. That's my number one right now.
Most High in Christ.
Let's
Con,
go.
con. Yo, we up in here, man. Chain Breakers Podcast. Ooh, we gonna get right into it, man. We started kind of late, but before we do that, let me, if you don't mind, let me just run this real fast, man. This 55th annual Passover is slowly but surely approaching. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. Make sure you are up in there in the building. Is going down right here in Durham, North Carolina. You understand? ISUPK 55th annual Passover. Let me run this, man. Y'all check it out.
Shalom, Israel. The ISUPK in the Lord. All Black Party. Scripture Breakdown Class. Kids Party. The Lord's 55th annual Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Get your all-access pass at isupk.com. I'm starting with April 17th events with the Lamb Slaughter at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in North Carolina. Make sure that you get involved. Make sure that you're in the house at 1921 Strickland Road, Clayton, North Carolina. Followed up on April 18th, Thursday, the All Black Party, ISUPK Concert Series in Durham, North Carolina at the Durham Armory. Last year we tore it down, and this year it's gonna be a whole movie. Then Friday, we have the Kids Party with a petting zoo. On top of that, it's going to be held at the Sky Zone Trampoline Park with virtual reality included. Get your all-access pass at isupk.com. April 19th in the evening, General Muhammad's Scripture Breakdown Class. You already know we got the heavy hitter in the building, and it's going to be at the South Square Event Center. Make sure that you're in the house starting at 7 p.m. in Durham, North Carolina. Then, April 20th, the moment you've been waiting for, the Lord's 55th annual Passover. Make sure that everybody's in the house, and it's being held at the last Black National Fairgrounds in Pittsboro, North Carolina, starting at 6 p.m. Also, housing and actual slave quarters, which you will be able to go and take pictures and video footage in front of it. That's 191 Fairgrounds Road, Pittsboro, North Carolina, April 20th, starting at 6 p.m. Doors open at 4 p.m. for a brunch. Make sure you're in the house on time. Then April 21st, Sunday, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread at the Haiti Heritage Center, 804 Old Fayetteville Street, Durham, North Carolina. Make sure that you are in the house. If you have not booked your hotel room, there are still a few rooms available at the Millennium Hotel. Check the number, make sure that you call. Rooms are only available while they last. The Lord's 55th annual Passover, hosted by the ISUPK.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Word, damn. Most High in Christ. That was well put together, man. Them UPK brothers be surprising me, man. Ooh, that was crazy.
We're gonna be in the Haiti Center.
Right, Haiti. In the Haiti Heritage Center. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying if you're a Durham resident or you've been out here for some time, you know, I think it's actually pronounced Haiti, but there actually is a connection. You know what I'm saying? It's still supposed to be like, you know, Haiti. It's still related. I think Haitians actually pronounce it like IET.
IET, yeah.
IET, how it's pronounced. You know what I'm saying? But Most High in Christ, man. Passover's gonna be a movie. Officer Yarmak is the man to call if you have anything.
That is crazy.
Going out, what the festivities, any question you have whatsoever about anything. Call me, Officer Yarmak.
That you ain't shit. If you need a ride from the airport, make sure you call Tapawan. Tapawan is doing all transportations from the RDU to wherever your hotel is.
Yeah. Well played, bro. Most High in Christ, man. Chain Breakers Podcast, back at it once again. You know what I'm saying? We missing some brothers today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Captain of 10,000, your Garwap. You know what I'm saying? He can't be with us today. He got, he got a lot of work dealing with the Passover. You know what I'm saying? He's over the garment department of the whole school. So he's dealing with garments and buttons and fringes and zippers, paws, and all kind of stuff, and studs that he got to put on garments, all kind of things. Shirts, mitris, headpieces, or scarves. He got a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So he can be with us today. Shout out to Officer 1000 Kowal. He moving or shaking in two paws. Salakia. I am, however, going to just email the link out nonetheless. And also, speaking of emailing the link, if anybody would like to join us on the chamber, you got something you got to say, because we're going to say some controversial stuff today, y'all, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that, everybody is probably not going to appreciate. And you know what? You shouldn't have to stand for that. You should not have to stand for that. If we up here talking trash, talking nonsense, it's only fair that you're given an opportunity to voice your opinion. Okay? So please, if you would like to call us in, to call in, or to get in on the show and tell us how dumb we are and ridiculous we are, and we need to stop, and we should just end our show, and you want to say what you got to say, just let me know in the comment section. Where we on right now, Yarma? We on YouTube. We on the Chain Breakers Podcast YouTube. We on the Durham Israelites Facebook. We on Durham ISUPK Twitter, and we're on Instagram as well. Yarma, we on your Instagram?
Con, I couldn't do both at the same time.
Con, yeah, we're on Officer Yarmak's Instagram as well. So hit us up on any of those and say, hey, let me on the show. Put me on. I got something to say. I want to say something. And we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? But before we get rolling, Yarmak, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's that date that I had, man, for that raffle? Let's see here. What did I say? The 16th of March, April? Nah. I think I said the 29th. So next Friday, we're doing a raffle for the Javelin, the 29th. You understand it's going to be the biggest raffle of the year, so make sure y'all start sending in them tickets. $5 per ticket. You do however many tickets you want to do. And again, if you didn't win from the previous raffles, if you pay for a raffle ticket, you'll get the one ticket plus the raffles you had before, right? So they don't go away. You never lose. You just increase your chances each raffle. That's how it works. So again, the water for everybody that supported, making their orders. If you want to place an order for Javelin before the Passover, you got to hit me up today, though. Today, the last day, I can guarantee that you'll get your products for Passover week. After this, you can still place orders, but it'll probably be after Passover when you get them, which is no sweat. That's still too wild because Javelin is all year round.
Yeah.
Lifelong. So
damn right. Damn right. Most High in Christ, bro. Of course, I am Priest and Officer 1000 Top One. You know what I'm saying? Podcast, man. We're gonna get rolling, get right into it for today. Was there anything else I wanted to say before we get started? Do a quick roll call. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Shout out to everybody who we got in the building. We see y'all up in here. Shout out to young man Shep. What's good, bro? Got my head covered, so you know what I'm saying. Shalom, Lord of Christ. Who else we got up in here? Officer Maya Shaw. Shalom, Lord of Christ. What's good, bro? We got young man David in the building. Shalom, Lord of Christ. We got young man Teddy Grams in the building. Shalom, Lord of Christ. I was good. We got Chupa Nadiyab checking in from Eastern Carolina. Shalom, Lord of Christ. What's good, my bro? And of course, we got my sister, Officer 1,000 Yard Mott's Rib, your power. Nah, shalom, sis. Shalom, Lord of Christ. The water for tuning in. Shout out to Officer, excuse me, to Chupa Hawan as well. We see you, bro. Shalom, Lord of Christ. Hey, man, if y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, something y'all seen that's pertinent or crazy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let us know in the chat, man. Talk to us. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? We got one main thing we're gonna talk about today. But before we do that, I did want to talk about this one quick story. This joint, man. Who is everybody familiar with Candace Owens? Everybody familiar with Candace Owens? Y'all know who that is?
Not really. Gonna have to recap.
Okay, I got you. Candace Owens is what's a good way to put it? She's almost like a political commentator, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of those people that be on. I forgot what channel she be on a lot. I cannot recall, but she got her own show now. You know, in the political scheme, she's relatively young. She's in her mid-30s, but you know, most of the politicians usually see them, they be up, you know, up in age. But she's a relatively young lady that is very polarizing because she has a lot of conservative viewpoints. You know, so I don't know if she actually is politically aligned with the Republican Party per se. I believe she is, but I don't know. But I do know she's known for, again, having these very conservative ideas. I believe she did show support for Donald Trump at a certain point. And she has a lot of things to say. She's usually going against certain things within so-called Black culture. You know what I'm saying? She just did a show recently where she was going in on Cardi B.
Hey, Thabo.
Red, get.
I'm listening. I got to take this call real quick, but I'm listening to you.
Gosh, no sweat. Right. So that's what she's known for, and having these particular viewpoints. Okay. So bear with me just a second. Who else that came with? Shout out to the sister. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, sis. Odesha. Sister Odesha. Shantaray. If I'm mispronouncing it, Salakia. Shalom, sis. An interview, right? She did an interview, I think, on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, she was on the Breakfast Club, right? And there was something that she said that has a lot of people side-eyeing her even more. You know what I mean? It's already bad enough that people look at her a certain way because, again, she's like this kind of conservative Republican sister type thing. So people already is like, yo, like, you know, feel a way about her. But a lot of times she has said things that a lot of brothers and sisters agree with. She said things about, you know, some of the problems in our community, some of the problems with our culture, some of the problems with our families. And people have been like, damn, like, you know, yeah, I get it. I don't like that she does whatever or she says such, but I have to agree with her on that. So that's been happening a lot lately. But she said something on the Breakfast Club that got a lot of people side-eyeing her. So let's see what she said. This is an article from Atlanta Black Star. Salakia says, clowning Black intelligence in our face. Candace Owens faces backlash after revealing she married her white husband because he matched her IQ. Conservative activist Candace Owens spoke candidly about a mirage of topics, including Black America and her interracial marriage, claiming Trump was better for Black Americans. Owens is a Trump supporter who has been critical of Black Lives Matter, and she once said that Black people are the most murderous group in America. Her appearance on the Breakfast Club on March 21st, host Charlamagne the God questioned her about her opinionated views about the Black family because of her marriage to a white man. Woo. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna just put this picture up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will read the words at the same time. Bear with me. Boom. Okay. All right. Here we go. After Owens complained about liberals, false feminism, and anti-man feminists ruining society by fracturing the black family, Charlemagne noted that she was married to a white man. Yikes. I want to go back to something you said earlier. This is a quote. Because I know a lot of people hear you say, well, Candace, you're speaking a lot about, the black family, but then you married a white man. Dr. Umar would have a huge problem with that. You familiar with Dr. Umar, he said? Dr. Umar is a Pan-Africanist who is infamous for his condemnation of interracial marriage. After Owens said she was unfamiliar with his argument, Charlemagne explained that Dr. Umar, in quote, feels black men should be with black women to grow economic wealth for black families. The conservative political commentator responded by bringing up the case of Loving versus Virginia. Ooh-wee. The U.S. Supreme Court ruling that resulted in ending laws that banned marriage between people of different races. Owens mistakenly referred to the case as Virginia v. Love, right? It's always, which I think what she said, it's always very interesting to me to hear this paradox of black people who will make an argument that, the system is racist and then also make an argument like this, she replied, which is essentially making an argument for the Supreme Court to revisit Virginia versus Love and basically say that black Americans and white Americans shouldn't be marrying. Owens went on to say that she married her white husband, George Farmer, because he was intellectually compatible with her. For me personally, I never thought of my husband as a race. It is very interesting to me that I see people go, she's married to a white man. I look at my kids, I'm not like, oh, my kids are mixed. I married the person that it made the most sense for me to marry. I have a mind that is just, if you even knew half the things that I'm thinking about, the stuff that I'm reading, just go all the time. She expressed how difficult it was to find a partner that was a challenge to me. The challenge that I needed, continuing, whether you want to say an academic challenge, whatever it is. Owens continued rambling on that she read that people tend to marry their IQ, which is interesting. She explained, you think like if you see two black people together, oh, it's because they are two black people, but actually they are probably better matched based on their IQ. She added, I fell in love with my husband just because I think he is one of the most brilliant people ever, Well, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. I know what I think, and I know what where I want to go with it. But what do y'all think of what she's saying? Is she on to something? Is there something about the IQ of a person, the intellectual capabilities that bridge people together more than anything else? Is that the most important thing? Or is she a goddamn liar and she just wanted to be with him because he has money and he's a so-called Caucasian man? Now, how much money he has, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he came from like a decent, upper middle class. It probably higher class, but at least an upper middle class family. So which one do y'all think it is? Is it just she's just truly in love? She doesn't see color. She said that. She said that she does not see her husband as a race. She doesn't see that. She just sees his intellect. Is that true? I'm asking our wonderful viewers. What do y'all think? And then I'm gonna come back and let you know what I think. Officer Maya Shaw said she's also friends with Kanye. That is true. That is true. Candace Owens and Kanye have, from my understanding, I don't know where it is right now, but at one point they had a pretty good relationship. They was real buddy. Remember when Kanye was, supporting Trump and wearing MAGA hats? They were good friends at the time. So you're absolutely right, Maya Shaw. She again, I don't know at this moment, but she was good friends with Kanye at a certain point. Definitely. Okay. So what y'all think, man? And I had a conversation too. Also add this in there. I was on my Facebook and somebody said something about her. Somebody I know was like, yeah, I kind of like Candace Owens. She be saying some real stuff. And I commented like, yeah, like, you know, every now and then she says something that's kind of pertinent, something that's kind of, you know, intriguing. But, you know, she's, you know, laid up with an oppressor, making babies with him. You know what I'm saying? I know they have at least one kid together. They might have more, maybe 2, maybe 3. I'm not sure. And one of this on my Facebook, somebody else came to my comment and was like, well, what's wrong with that? It was a woman who, of course, come to find out, is married to a white man. A woman who is, she said, black and Puerto Rican. So I don't know which one her father is, but suffice to say, if she's black and Puerto Rican, she's an Israelite. And she said, what's wrong with that? We should be able to marry whoever we want. Right? I'll leave it there, but she was married to a white man and ended up putting that in her assessment of the situation. She said something similar. She said, I'm married to a white man, but I don't look at him based on that. Officer Maya Shaw gave an answer. Officer Maya Shaw said, she just loves whites, nothing more. Does anybody disagree with that? Is it even possible? Is it possible to not see race in these situations? Is that a thing? Because a lot of people say that, right? A lot of people will say, I don't see color. I don't see color. But that never made any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no context in which that makes any sense. It don't matter who you're looking at. Because guess what? I'm looking at her and she's black. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, that's just some like, I don't even know where. It's like some Christian stuff. I don't see color. You know what I mean? It's some ridiculous lie that people say. Well, no sweat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm with you, Maya Shaw. I'm 100% with you. This broad is lying. This broad is lying, talking about she don't see him as a race. It's just about his intellect. Da 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 da. You mean to tell me that you cannot find a black man who is an intellectual? I also noticed that this is what Officer Maya Shaw said. I also noticed 99% of conservative people of color have white spouses. That's correct. That is another absolute fact. 99% of conservative people of color have white spouses. You do see that very often. Who's another one? Who's another one with some white woman or some oppressor husband? There's quite a few. There's quite a few. You know what I'm saying? You're right. It's very common. Obviously, Yanazar said her degrading her people intellectually is ignorance, untrue, and wicked. That's one of Larry Elder. There you go, Maya Shaw. You're right. Larry, oh my God. I used to watch that Larry Elder show back in the day. That right, that's a C00N right there. Bro, Larry Elder. How did I forget that name? But Yanazar said something heavy. Her degrading her people intellectually is ignorance, untrue, and wicked. That is so right, Yanazar. Because what people like her, and Maya Shaw, you're right too. Larry Elder's another one. I don't think he's married to I don't know if he's married at all. What's the one he ended up talking to Captain Tazariak? That he looked funny as I don't know what. What's his name? Y'all know his name. Oh man. He's a brother. He's a funny looking cat. And he's definitely conservative, always talking down on black people. Not Tommy Sotomayor, not him, but he's one too. He hates black women, but no, the older cat. He's an older cat who's like, he talked mad slow, and he basically like, I'm not black, I'm American. He really want to be a Caucasian. What is his name? Jesse. Is it Jesse Peterson is his name? Jesse Peterson? I think it's Jesse Peterson. I don't want to say his name. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's who it is. But yeah, but this Yanazar said her degrading her people intellectually is ignorance, untrue, and wicked. First off, that's a fact, because the idea that black people have less intellect is a lie. It is a lie that is perpetuated by people like her. And this is what I'm going to say. all my brothers is absolutely right. You know what people like her love to do? They love, you know why she likes that oppressor and why she's talking about intellect? For the same reason why they play, what's that video? If I can find it, I'll play that clip real quick. I think the General Muhammad showed that video. But those black people, this is an old video from the 50s. It was a bunch of black people in California, I want to say, who were asked about, here, I found it, just like that, Most High in Christ. They were asked about other black people moving into Los Angeles at the time, right? And they were like complaining about it. And I want you to see the overlap between what they're saying. It may seem like different concepts, different topics. They're talking about housing and people moving to their neighborhoods. Candace Owens is talking about her marriage. But I want you to see, and let's see if y'all catch it, of what is the connection between these people and Candace Owens and what they're really saying, all right? So I'm going to show this clip real quick. Check it out. This is wealthy, middle-class blacks in Los Angeles, right, in the 1960s. Listen.
We discussed the problem of integrated housing. If you recall, at our last meeting, we discussed the problem of integrated housing, and we found out that almost 1,700 Negroes are moving into Los Angeles a month. By 1970, there'll probably be 1 million Negroes in this city. And I know that people are concerned about this. They may not talk about it very often, but I certainly heard them shudder in church when he said there'd be 1 billion Negroes in Los Angeles.
We shudder because we were saying, in essence, the majority of these people are not like we are. And we felt that maybe some of us felt we left the South because we were getting away from this problem.
Woo! Damn. Y'all heard what he said? Y'all heard what she said? She said there's going to be 1,700 Negroes moving into Los Angeles a month, and the records were showing that there was going to be 1 million Negroes in Los Angeles within a year or something like that. And then the other cat spoke, and he said that the problem is that they're not like us. And many of us felt we left the South to get away from that problem. Somebody tell me what's going on. I'm going to play it one more time.
Church, when he said there'd be 1 billion Negroes in Los Angeles.
We shudder because we were saying, in essence, the majority of these people are not like we are. And we felt that maybe some of us felt we left the South because we were getting away from this problem. We are part of this exodus too. But we are a little maybe embarrassed by the fact that here we're going to have a mass element come in that's going to create a tremendous social problem in the community, to which we find a great deal of difficulty in relating to.
This brother, I don't know, you see this brother face right here. I don't know if he agrees or disagrees. But you see that? These people, Maya Shah said, these people, problem. Yeah, I think y'all might get where I'm going with it now. You see, Candace Owens does not think that she's like you. That's why she doesn't see race. Now it's clear. Candace Owens says she doesn't see race. It's not because of what she wants to see in other people. Here's the real thing. Candace Owens doesn't want to see race, or doesn't see race because she doesn't want to be black. She doesn't want something that makes her like you, like me. If she doesn't see race, then guess what? She doesn't have to be connected to you or me. These same people, this brother right here, these cats talking, and this sister talking, said they wanted to get away from the problem. To them, the problem is you, me, and anybody that looks like us. So Negroes can go to Los Angeles as long as they're what? Like them. Remember, he said that. He said that we're not like him.
These people are in Los Angeles. We shudder because we were saying, in essence, the majority of these people are not like we are.
And what exactly are we like? talking for when they're saying it, when he's saying it, what do you think the we means? What do you think he means when he says the majority of these people are not like we are? They the type to say, there goes the neighborhood. That's right. When he says the majority of these people are not like we are, what he's saying is that he's, again, some kind of, because he's so smart and he talks so good and he wears a nice skinny tie. Back then, that was all the rage, and he can articulate that he's different. Officer Yanazar said they have distanced themselves from the black community to feel better about themselves because they know they're niggas too. But their self-esteem is low. And they don't want to be niggas. They don't. So the overlap between them and Candace Owens is that Candace Owens, the same way that these people moved out of their blackety black ghetto Negro neighborhoods to go to where all the oppressors were, is the same reason why Candace Owens went to go get with that oppressor. It's because they don't feel like they fit in with the rest of us. They don't fit in with a bunch of niggas that hang out on the corner. They don't fit in with a bunch of niggas that drink malt liquor. They don't fit in with a bunch of, Negroes, that didn't go to college and don't know how to, that don't know the Pythagorean theorem and don't know, how to talk about a merger, or don't know how to talk business, they look at that and say, I'm better than that. I'm better than black people. I have to go to these other people that are I'm more like them, is what these people are saying. And that's what Candace Owens is saying. She's saying that the rest of us are dumb, but she's not dumb. The rest of us are ignorant, but she's not ignorant. And so she needed to go be with someone who's a little bit more like her. You understand? Y'all, Mike, I know you were saying. Go ahead, bro.
Who the person that's more like her?
The white man that she's making babies with. So go ahead, bro.
So she couldn't find an intellectually sound black man in America.
Of course she could have, but she didn't want one. Of course she could, And I was playing this clip, y'all. I'm like, I don't know if you got a chance. Did you hear it?
I didn't hear it.
I'm gonna play it again, because what I was showing was basically Candace Owens, whatever she's saying about not seeing race is nonsense. And you're gonna see it here. These people are basically a room full of Candace Owens. All right. And after you watch it, y'all, then please, I would like you to respond and give your thoughts both on what she said about, well, I'm with my husband, I don't care about race. It's just his intellect. People go with someone who matches their IQ. That's what matters. And I want to just draw the bridge between that and these people. So I want to get your thoughts, but let me show the video again from the top. This is a group of wealthy middle-class black people who were already living in Los Angeles in the 60s. And at the time, many more black people from the South were moving in, and this is what they had to say about it.
You recall in our last meeting, we discussed the problem of integrated housing, and we found out that almost 1,700 Negroes are moving into Los Angeles a month. By 1970, there'll probably be 1 million Negroes in this city. And I know that people are concerned about this. They may not talk about it very often, but I certainly heard them shudder in church when he said there'd be 1 million Negroes in Los Angeles.
We shudder because we're saying, in essence, the majority of these people are not like we are. And we felt that maybe some of us felt we left the South because we were getting away from this problem. We are part of this exodus too. But we are a little maybe embarrassed by the fact that here we're going to have a mass element come in that's going to create a tremendous social problem in the community, to which we find a great deal of difficulty in relating to.
Well, I don't want to sound like a do-gooder, because I really am not, and I'm somewhat of a snob. But I do think that with these people coming in who are not our intellectual equals, nor are they of our social...
You heard what she said?
Yeah, these people coming in that's not our intellectual equal.
See.
I get it. I understand.
With these people coming in who are not our intellectual
Go ahead, y'all, Ma.
I understand, man, but these people, they lack something that is very important when it comes to having a nation, keeping a nation. They mentioned something, the Exodus, and it's so sad that they mentioned the Exodus because they have no idea that during the Exodus, those intellectual advanced black people would have been the ones unalived with the
That's
Egyptians.
right.
They would have been with them because the Egyptians were also what, intellectually advanced. So history says, right?
Right.
They were the ones who was creating sciences and creating statues and all this other good stuff that I guess was, necessary back then in those times. And the intellectually advanced would have rather had been with the Egyptians. The problem is this, man. We don't know what brotherhood is. Being black is not there is no split. Like being black and intellectual or being black and stupid, there is no difference in your nationality. Your people is your people, whether you're smart or whether you're not smart, whether you went to college, whether you didn't go to college. Nonetheless, your people are oppressed. And the reason why we are dealing with what they would consider brothers who are lessening the value of neighborhoods, brothers who are raising the crime rate, sisters who are raising the crime rate and the abortion rate. The reason why we are dealing with this issue is because the people who gave you your intellect was intellectual enough. I use that word on purpose. Intellectual enough to be able to destroy your brothers. They were
That's right.
able to destroy your sisters. They used their intellect, part of the intellect that they gave you, to use it and weaponize it against your people. Here's what you got to understand, black man, black woman. When it comes to a nation being consumed by another people, there's nothing wrong with having those that are intellectually advanced. That's always going to happen. I don't even understand the conversation. Oh, there's some of us that's intellectually advanced. Duh. That's life. That's how people are. When you go to China, you have Chinese people who are intellectually advanced, and then you have Chinese people who pick up trash. That's life. But what you do not understand is that by separating yourself from your people, it does not save you from the judgment of your people. It does not save you from the oppression of your people. It does not save you from being black. If you want to get saved from being a second class citizen, then you have to raise your fucking citizenship. You have to
That's
raise it.
right.
And the only way to raise it is to raise your nation above that second class, that classmanship. How do you do it? You separate. You take the intellectuals, you take the far advanced, and you take the bottom gutter junkies, and you put them above every man that ever sought to push drugs in your neighborhood. Every man that ever sought to put abortion clinics in your neighborhood, that put liquor stores in your neighborhood, that doped your neighborhood with heroin and crack cocaine. And you put yourself above them. You don't believe me? Ask the Jewish man. Did the Jewish man count the intellectuals when he was going through the Holocaust? Did he say, there are some of us that are so intellectually advanced that we should be more with the Germans? We should live with the Germans, and all of these other dirty Jews are coming in here living. No, they didn't do that, Art.
Right.
They didn't do that. They got
That's right.
oppressed. And let me tell you something. Some of them Jewish people were dumb right stupid. Some of them
That's
were
right.
dirty, downright stupid, slum dog Jewish white men. Nothing. They were criminals. They were thieves. They were
Right.
homosexuals. They were whoremongers. They were adulterers. They were some of the worst people on earth. And guess what? The Jewish man didn't separate them from their people at all.
That's
At
right.
all. Never. They said that the Germans were the monsters. The Germans were the oppressors. The Germans were the devil. And you know what that did? It made the rest of the world know that this is a nation that cannot be fucked with. This is a people that can't be pinned against each other, that can't be split from the inside out. This is a people that's going to stay together. They're going to do it. Every nation understands that, except ours. Taiwan a couple years ago, I had to take one of the clients for the group homes that I work with to go get his nails done. Right, this man right here, he had a terrible foot nail problem. It was something I've never seen before. And do you know what I've seen? Now, obviously, I don't go into nail salons, but I had to go to take him. Do you know what I seen for the first time in my life when I sat in that nail salon, Thaba One?
What's that?
I seen a Chinese crackhead. I've never seen that before in my life. And it was so funny just watching the dynamic because the Chinese crackhead was the nephew, the son, and the cousin of the family that owned the shop. And when he walked in, their faces were just disgusting. Like, oh man, they were so disappointed in his lifestyles. Now, do Chinese people push the crack epidemic that happens in their community? No. I don't see it. It was so surreal to me that it was like, damn, Chinese people got crackheads too. Chinese people do drugs too. And that just goes to show you how much unity that they have for each other.
That's right.
How much nationhood they have for each other. Chinese people ain't gonna separate the intellects from the crackheads. They gonna have the crackheads in the back of them nail salons, in the back of them chicken joints, in the back of whatever they own, working. And they dealing with the problems themselves, man. Black people, we'd rather join or attempt to join with the man that is destroying us, man. And it's a shameful and very disgusting and disgraceful thing to do, to join with a man that has destroyed the very family that you are now ashamed of.
That's right.
I yield.
Well said, brother. Well said. If I could just add on what being so heavy. The real thing is it's funny. The psychology. I might do a lecture, bro. I like this topic. I might do something on it, man. It's like the psychology of self-hate, man, and how people lie to themselves. Me and Yarmak talk all the time about people being disingenuous, about people, they're just not normal. They can't just tell the truth. Candace Owens cannot tell the truth because there's a sense of guilt within her. She knows that being with that oppressor is not right. She knows how she looks, and she knows what it is. And even though she tries to tell you that it's all about just, oh, I don't care about that, it's about the intellect. No, it's just self-hate. The same with those people that was in that room. They talking about, we don't want these other folks to come because they're not our intellectual equal. Listen, no, that's not why. It's because you want to be with other people that don't look like you. Because in your mind, you're better than people that look like you. You understand? And so when I see Candace Owens like this, you know what it is? It's like a woman often, and if I'm wrong, me and y'all always have these conversations, but we're women, right? A sister, a woman, is going to look at a man in some way, shape, or form, and she's generally going to be attracted to a man that she almost thinks is like better than her in a way. When I say better than her, not meaning he's more important than her or she's beneath him or below, but she's going to look, she's going to aim high. You know what I'm saying? She's going to want a man whose status and prowess is somewhere that she wants to go. It's above, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, she's not going to look below her, okay? So when Candace Owens tells you her intellectual the reality is this. She was always going to end up with some oppressor because she thinks oppressors are better. Even if it's just she thinks they're smarter. She thinks that they dress better. She thinks that they talk better. She thinks that their culture is better. I'm certain she thinks all of those things. And because of that, she was going to end up with one because she would not be able to feel good about herself if she had to go home and look and go to her bedroom, open the door, and see some nigga laid up in that bed. She would not have felt good about herself. And that's what a lot of sisters and brothers do too. Them NBA players, NBA players that go out and get some oppressor woman, them celebrities and actors and conservatives or whatever, they can't go home and have some nappy-headed hoe in their bedroom. They can't go home and have some. They can't go to work and be at the UN. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the gas crisis, talking about what's happening in the Middle East, talking about all these things, and then come home to some woman named Keisha with a bonnet on. Hell no. No. They got to come home to Becky because Becky comes from a good family. Because Becky knew about stocks and aggressive acquisitions when she was 12, and she was in a program where she was able to go into the UN and do these kind of things. By the time she was a Rhodes Scholar at 16, so he has to come to Becky. He has to, because that's what he is. You know what it is? I'm gonna lay my plane on this. It's just, as Yarmak was basically saying, it's just selfishness. That's all it is. You're just too damn selfish. Maybe Candace Owens is that intellectual. Maybe she is just so smart and her IQ is just so high. Well, maybe if you cared a little bit more about other people and not just yourself, you wouldn't have do actions like this that only benefit you. Because guess what? Now this intelligent, beautiful sister that knows how to get resources and knows how to talk to people and knows how to weave in and out of different situations, go to these meetings. She knows how to write. Guess what? She's not a part of our community. And her children are not a part of our community. So guess what? What do we get out of it? Nothing. We don't get that resource, all because she wanted what was in her mind, which is wrong, good for her, which leads us to...
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, you're Mark.
I got a Candace Owens aunt.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's if our rock is in here, somebody chime my rock in here, man, because I really wish he could speak on this, because she's a great aunt to me, but she's our rock's actual, first aunt.
Right.
But if you know anything about my family, right, my family, typically they've done well for themselves, especially notably my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up back then, they were growing up during the time of the start of integration, right, with the 60s and all of that. I might be mistaken, but 50s, 60s, whatever. And then especially the parents before them, growing up in the 40s, whatever, they had a very strong distaste for white people. Right, obviously because of the oppression, the post civil rights and Jim Crow laws and the black laws, all of those things that took place, especially here in the South.
Right.
So what that did was, on one hand, and it instilled a certain level of drive. And my great grandparents that they put into my grandparents, my grandmother, her brothers, and her sisters, to go out and be better than white people. And like today, the drive is to get BMWs, right? To get BMWs, these people, right? To get BMWs, to get successful. And that's usually the drive now, which is why so many black people, they don't see getting a college education as a way of being successful in the dream, because the dream is getting a BMW. How do you get a BMW, Tabawan? You sell drugs.
Right.
That's really all you got to do. Yeah. You just got to sell drugs or dribble a basketball. But back then, the drive was not to be successful. That was not the drive. The motivating factor back then was to be better than white people. Right. That was it. You had to work 10 times harder. Why? Because you're black. I'm sure every grandparent that is still alive today has heard that you had to work 10 times harder because you're black. Also, it grew a disdain or distaste for white people in general. So now, even though my grandparents and my aunts and my uncles, they all become successful, I did have one aunt who decided to marry a white man named Tom Miller. And his father is the co-owner of Citgo or CBS or something like that, some big corporation, right? He worked in the Pentagon and all of this stuff. And so it was always just amazing to me that when they used to come together for family reunions, the audacity, it was always just amazing, the audacity that she had, knowing what white people did to her father.
Right.
I'm talking about generations ago. What they did to her father. God knows what they did to her grandfather and her great-grandfather. But the audacity to bring a white man into this house around all of these niggas.
Right.
Niggas who are children of slaves, children of oppression. And to start a family with him, she made herself the black sheep. And even though the family tries to accept him and say, oh, okay, Uncle Tom, I remind you, man, this is funny. This past family reunion, I'm older now. I'm in the truth. We went into the Red House out, and I was wearing a hat that had TWMIDTBSO, right? Abbreviated. So I'm walking around with the hat, and he comes to try to talk to me. He says, man, I haven't seen you in years. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, that's a cool hat. What does that stand for? Him and his wife is standing right there. Oh, this stands for the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's what it stands for. And he's just standing there in awe, like, oh. And as awkward as it was, it made me hate my aunt. It made me hate her. It made me really feel like she's not an aunt to me. Because why would you bring my enemy to eat bread with me?
Right.
Why is he here? You understand? Understanding the oppression you should understand. The things that you went through. That's the crazy thing. She was spit on as a child by white people. But that Stockholm syndrome and that love for your oppressor was just so infuriating. Like, this is why black women need to be told what to do. This is why black women need to be told what to do. And not to give an excuse for black men. Black men, you stupid as hell too. Trying to sleep with them old dogs. And y'all are nasty. At least I'll tell you this. Black women are a little bit more loyal as it pertains to sleeping with their race than they are to black men. Right. But at least black women, as far as I know, Tabawan, when black women try to say that it's okay to sleep with outside your race, at least they say things like, well, white men got more money, they more powerful, they more intellectual.
Yeah.
Black men, you will be a 10-time millionaire and you will sleep with a dog that looks like ill. Like, I've seen it. You sleep with the nastiest, dirtiest. Your power now is brother Salakia. I ain't gonna say that. Salakia.
No sweat.
But just know that you'll sleep with the nastiest, dirtiest, ugliest white woman. And that to me is a mental illness. There's something insane that will make you sleep with this trailer park trash, fat, nasty white woman with them red bumps. They got them red bumps and them red spots that's all over their face, and God knows where else the red bumps are. You just loving it. So like, I got to be a little bit of humorous in this,
right?
But to do that, man, it's such an act of betrayal and disloyalty, Tabawan, that
that's right.
I can't imagine. Now we ain't talking. I'm not even talking about just sleeping with a white woman.
Right.
I ain't even talking about that, even though we know that is wrong. In the truth,
right?
But you decided to make your marriage with her.
If I could, bro, what you saying is real heavy, bro. And if I pause, if I can just piggyback off of it, since we telling the story, let me tell a quick story too, right? Based on the same thing. Now, the person I'm talking about is not me. The person you see right here is Officer Tabawan.
Most time,
I was Officer Tabawan. I was some nigga, right? And that nigga in the world, guess what? He wasn't quite like a Candace Owens, but he kind of was, because, my dad raised me to be, he always wanted, my dad was a blue collar guy. He worked for the New York City Department of Sanitation, but he wanted me, you're going to go to college and you're going to get an education and you're going to, which is all great. But in that process, I was timid in certain ways or whatever. So I was always, kind of very book smart. But I did at times have trouble identifying with certain elements of Black culture, certain parts of it, right? It was just hard for me. And luckily for me, I didn't go to school with an oppressor until I was in high school. I went to school from kindergarten to 8th grade with only Black people. So I'm so most high in Christ for that. Because who knows what would have happened if that wasn't the case, right?
Right.
By the time I got to college, you know what I mean? And now, you know what I mean, because of my demeanor and everything, oppressor women are looking at me a certain way or whatever. Long story short, the dude in the world that I used to deal with oppressor women. That's something I did back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's what's crazy. I had at one time was dealing with an oppressor, and she told me, I'll never forget it. She said, yeah, we do whatever, but I can never take you to my house. It'll never happen. I said, wait a minute. Like, never? She's like, nope. Can never. I can't take you around ever. She's like, my father will just, it won't happen. He'll probably disown me. He won't ever want to talk to me ever again. And guess what? I said this back then. I said, wait a minute. We go to the same school. We're in the same degree program.
Salakia.
Why would he have a problem with me when I'm a smart, good talking Black guy?
You gotta read your comments.
And she was like, oh snap. Hey, look. I'm sorry, Christ for damn right. I'm sorry, Christ for the truth. So it's like, I'm a smart Black guy. She was like, he don't care. He won't care. And I remember telling this oppressor girl, I said, you know what? You're gonna end up, it doesn't matter what you like or what, you're gonna end up marrying someone that fits that. You're gonna marry an oppressor. I didn't use the word oppressor then. Lo and behold, obviously, after I'm in the truth, we don't talk, whatever. Come to find out, I ended up seeing her like Facebook or something. She ended up marrying an oppressor. Now, the whole time we in college, she done been with every Black dude, Spanish cat, Puerto Rican, all of this. When it came time to get married, guess where she went? Right to her people, to her equal, to someone who looked like her, who her father would accept. Because why? Because it's like they don't think like us. We think like Candace Owens, like, well, my feelings and what I feel like this is for me. And that's not what they do. They do what's best for their families, what's best for their situations and their people overall. Yeah, every now and then they'll marry obviously one of us or whatever, especially if there's some kind of gain involved. But that's not generally what they do. That's not, right. They don't take their resources out of their communities. You understand? But right. Someone like Candace Owens, as obviously y'all, she has no problem bringing an enemy around because in her mind, her enemy is not people that look like him, it's people that look like me and Yarmak. You understand? And if I was honest at a time in my life, whether I wanted to say it or not, Black people were my enemy in my mind. Black people were the people who, when I was a kid, made fun of me because I didn't have cool Jordans. You've heard that before too, right?
Yeah.
Black people be like, yeah, I had a hard time because I didn't, dress a certain way, and people made fun of the way I talked, and they said I sounded like a white person. So I just went with people who actually liked me. Nah, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. As Yarmak said, you got to elevate the people around you, elevate yourself. Instead of doing what these people do, instead of saying, well, okay, if I'm this kind of way, I got to go with a completely different race of people who are more, who act more like me, or whose culture is more easy for me to assimilate into. No, because you're going to destroy your people in the process. As Yarmak said, you're going to bring an enemy into the dinner table. Right. You're going to bring an enemy amongst us. Why do that when you can simply elevate your damn self? A lot of these dudes are just cowards that don't want to be with a Black woman. Don't they say that, Yarmak? They're passport bros.
Yeah.
They got to be passport bros because Shanika got too much mouth. Well, you know that there's some brother that is tying absolute fire to Shaniqua's behind because he's not afraid of Shaniqua's mouth. But you are. And so you got to go overseas and find some little Chinese woman that barely speaks English and act like you're doing something. These dudes just, it's like, no, man, you just got to elevate yourself. We all we got at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm landing my plane on that, bro. Like, a lot of people just have straight self-hate. Go ahead, Yarmouth.
A lot of brothers, like your testament to being a man is how you can raise a family, how you can protect a family. So I don't even understand, like, I never even understood like the man searching for an equal. Like, I get it. Like, I see all these podcasts and I need a woman to bring something to the table. Bitch, just shut up and do what the hell I tell you to do. I don't need you to bring me $1 million. That'll be nice if you got a brain and can cook and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be the Fortune 500 CEO. I'm a man. You understand? I'll raise you up to be whatever it is that your father didn't do. And then we'll just roll from that. But it's like this dependent, it's almost like you're asking to be dependent on a woman.
Right.
You're saying, oh, I need her to be able to have this type of job, and I need her to be able to do this, and she got to be able to do that and do this, that, and the third. It's like, brother, you understand? You're looking for a white woman. That's what you're looking for. Black women aren't raised to be what it is that you're looking for. We raised to be drug dealers and drug addicts and abused and all of that. You understand? So at some point, black men are going to have to accept the fact that our women are just destroyed. And we're dealing with a generation of women that's destroyed. We have to take those women. Those are the ones we got. That's the pick. You understand? If you got 1,000 pair of used shoes and you got to pick a pair of shoes, you got the used shoes to pick from, brother. You gonna have to pick from those.
That's just what it is.
You got to clean them up, Ak.
And damn right, bro. What you saying is heavy. So lucky. That's a y'all saying is so heavy, and that goes to the sisters too. That's the thing. You sisters are gonna have to realize that some of the things you're looking for, niggas don't have, and that's just what it is. Now, if you want to be like Candace Owens and you want to go get you some oppressor so you can feel good, so you can look in the mirror and feel accomplished, you understand? Like, instead of choosing from, like, imagine that, y'all. Imagine if somebody comes and says, hey, look, I'm gonna give you a choice between, like you said, 1,000 used pair of shoes, or you can choose this one flashy new pair of shoes that's never been worn that's worth $1,000 bazillion dollars. But I'm gonna take them 1,000 shoes and throw them in the ocean. No one will get any of them. And imagine I choose the one shoe and no one else gets, none of my people get no shoes. That's called being a selfish bastard. How about I just choose one of the used shoes so 999 other people who don't have shoes can get them? Right. Sister, you want a oppressor because you want something that's already easy, that's already polished. I'm not saying polished like they look better. You know that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying in this society, they run it. Just like in slavery. If you choose a black man in slavery, guess what? He's going to be a slave. He's going to have scars on his back. He's going to have to be out in the field. He's going to be oppressed, just like you. So you might say, well, man, I want a man that's in charge. I want a man that's the boss. Don't nobody tell me what to do. I want the man that's doing the whipping, not the one that's getting whipped. Well, everything you're describing is a white man, is a slave owner. And you telling me that you're going to go just so for your own sense of self-worth, y'all know that's their favorite word, your self-worth, you got to go be with a slave owner? That's what Candace Owens is doing. She literally, she can't be with a slave like her because that would be sacrificing too much. That would just not be good for her ego and her sense of self. No, she has to be with the one who owns the slaves. Yeah, Yarmouth.
Whoever told you that your life had to be so perfect? God damn, like, who the hell are you that your life has to be so perfect? And I think that's another major problem, is that we're all chasing this perfection of a life when your life does not have to be perfect. It doesn't. You don't have to drive a BMW.
Right.
I know you want to. I know you wish you can, and you want to get the new Tesla and the new Porsche, whatever, but you don't have to. Right. The Honda Accord that you have, it works. It'll work. The Honda Civic you drive, it'll work. The house that you have right now, it'll work. Trust me. People have been dying and living with a lot less than what
That's
you have
right.
right now. The man that you have to choose from, it'll work.
That's right.
It'll work, sis.
Damn
That
right.
sister that you got to choose from, brother, she'll work.
That's right.
She'll get the job done. You'll have your babies. Your babies will grow old, and then they'll have babies.
Mhm.
And guess what? Then their children will do the same thing. It'll work.
That's
You
right.
don't need Miss Perfect.
That's
You don't
right.
need her. You don't need Mr. Perfect. You don't need that. What you need is each other.
That's
and that's
right.
what you got.
Damn
Just like
right.
those used shoes. You don't want to walk barefoot. You need them used shoes. So
That's
you
right.
either put them on and shut up, or you clean them and
That's
put
right.
them on and shut up. But
That's
either way, you're gonna have to put them on
That's right.
and use them. So
Damn
that's
right.
it. That's all I got.
Most High in Christ. But moving right along, I think we can go right to the next thing we wanted to talk about, bro.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah. So Yarmak said, this is why. And I want you to tell all your friends. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe too. By the way, I'm gonna run a quick promo before we do the next the next topic. But make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Where is it at? Where's my brand? No, not branding banners. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get them likes up. I see people watching. If you're on Facebook, press the like button. If you're on YouTube, press the like button. Instagram, Twitter, X, all of that, press the like button. You know what I'm saying? We need them likes to help push the algorithm. You know how it goes. And make sure you subscribe to Durham Israelites, as well as the Chainbreakers on YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. Make sure you subscribe so you can get the notification. Click the bell so you can get the notification when we go live. We're going to start putting other content on the YouTube as well and the Instagram. So you want to be there for all the little shorts and things that we're going to start promoting and putting up on those channels. All right. But yeah, let me run a quick little promo real quick. Let me get some of this background stuff out the way. We appreciate everybody again for tuning in, rocking out with us. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. Yeah, we're gonna go to this next topic. Remember what we said. You understand? Black women need to be told what to do. I want you to tell all your friends we said it. I want you to tell them all and direct them right to this podcast right now, because they might have something to say about it. If maybe you're listening and you have something to say about it, well, then tell us. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. If you think we wrong and we saying something crazy and black women are independent and don't need nothing, need to be told a damn thing, and they grown, I'm not a child, then you should tell us, because I think you're a child. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think you're a child, and I think you don't know anything. And I think if you're left to your own devices, you will absolutely harm everybody around you. And we're going to prove it. All right. But in the meantime, lock you. Check it out.
Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him. The real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Captains on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Most High in Christ. 55th annual Passover coming up soon. We got literally less than a month now. Yeah, today's the what? 20. So less than a month. April 20th, man. So what, like 28 days? You got 4 weeks, man. Get your stuff together, man. Get that Passover garment, or please don't be like me. Even though that was my best garment, I think, that year in Florida. But I was putting studs on that joint 20 minutes before I got to the damn to the venue. Don't be like me. Put your studs on now. Get all of your everything together now. Do it today. Pack that damn suitcase too. Pack the suitcase right now. You understand? Get the suitcase ready, all of that, and ready to go so you can just grab the joint because you know you're going to be late to the airport. You don't want to miss your flight. So make sure you do all of this stuff. Please get it done and get down
And
to
leave some room.
Leave some room.
Leave some room in them suitcases because you're coming back with Joplin.
Damn right. Ah. Leave some room in them suitcases. You heard it here first, folks. Most High in Christ, moving right along. Chainbreakers Podcast brought to you by the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about here, excuse me, bear with me. This is a tough story, man. This is a tough one. I don't know if y'all heard about the situation in Ohio. I'm just gonna put the headline up. If you haven't heard about it, we're gonna talk about it, okay? And this is the proof of what we're saying. And I'm gonna let y'all mock. After I read a little bit, y'all mock. It's on you, bro. It says an Ohio toddler died after her mom left her home alone while she took a 10-day vacation.
Oh,
A
this is
judge.
different.
What? Okay.
The one I was talking about was the 2-year-old who got ran over by the car because the parents got out of the Uber and they just like walked to the goddamn house and let the 2-year-old out on the other side. And as she's walking around the vehicle alone, the Uber didn't know that the 2-year-old was right there, so it pulled forward and unalived and ran over the 2-year-old while the mother and they all just walk into the house like while the 2-year-old is getting ran over. So
that's crazy. Okay, no, this one is different. I want to go with this one, but that relates to, if you know about that story as well.
Yeah,
I'm saying you can also comment on that. That is definitely in line with this one. But dog, this one right here been vexing my spirit. Did you hear about this?
No, I ain't hear about this. So you got a first timer,
brother.
I'm a first timer. Let's get it,
brother. Again, this is tied into all the stuff we're talking about. What we talked before about with Candace Owens, your stupid selfishness, and how this is why women need to be told what to do. And brother, this one hit me because my rib actually told me about the story. And again, now I'm not saying that if you don't have children that you can still feel it, but a lot of these stories definitely hit different for me now, having a small child. Who has I was just put my son in the playpen today. In Ohio, a toddler died after her mom left her home alone while she took a 10-day vacation. A judge called it the ultimate act of betrayal. It says, Jalen's cries echoed through the quiet streets of Cleveland in the dead of the night. The toddler whimpered and howled, but no one came to her rescue. Her mother, Crystal Candelario, was away on a 10-day summer vacation and had left Jalen alone in a playpen with a few bottles of milk, prosecutors said. A neighbor's doorbell camera captured the 16-month-old's frequent screams, including one around 1 a.m. 2 days after her mother left. But Candelario was hundreds of miles away in Puerto Rico with a male friend, authorities said. After a few days at the beach and another stop in Detroit, she returned home on June 16th last year to find her daughter dead. She'd been gone for about 10 days. Candelario pleaded guilty last month to 1 count of aggravated murder and 1 count of child endangering. At her sentencing Monday, forensic pathologist Elizabeth Mooney told a Cleveland courtroom that children experience the most extreme separation anxiety between 9 and 18 months. She recounted Jalen's excruciating final days. The pain and suffering she endured lasted not only hours, not days, but possibly even a week, Mooney said, fighting back tears. This feeling of abandonment for days on end, coupled with the pain of starvation and extreme thirst, is a type of suffering I don't think any of us could ever fully fathom. The toddler was found dehydrated and emaciated. A judge sentenced Candelario on Monday to life in prison, marking a final chapter in a case so grim that the investigators involved described it as the most horrific they've witnessed in their careers. Law enforcement officials, including Cleveland Police Sergeant Teresa Gomez, fought back tears as they described the baby's condition. This is a case that we'll have branded in our minds and in our hearts forever, Gomez said at the sentencing. Assistant Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Anna Baraglia played security video of the mother hauling her suitcase to a car on June 6th and returning home on June 16th. Minutes after she returned, Candelario called 911. "Please, I need help," she wailed in a 911 call played during the sentencing. "Please, please help me. My daughter is dying." Candelario had dressed Jalen in a clean outfit before emergency responders arrived, the prosecutor said. But the change of clothes did not hide the horrors the girl had gone through, and Candelario's sob story started unraveling. Faraglia said Jalen was found lying on a mattress covered in urine and feces. "Animals take care of their infants better," she said. The girl was emaciated with sunken eyes, dry lips, and fecal matter in her mouth and fingernails. She weighed 7 pounds less than she had at her last doctor's visit 2 months earlier, Mooney said. Investigators said Candelario had left Jalen alone again for 2 days just before she went on vacation. I don't know if you want to start there. There's a little bit more. Let me read this tiny piece here. Let me see. Hold up. I want to read this and we'll go from here. All right.
Yeah.
Her parents blamed her actions on mental health struggles. Candelario's parents pleaded with the judge for mercy. In a prepared statement, her mother, Katie Torres, said her daughter had battled health struggles, including mental health illness and fainting spells. When her daughter stopped taking medication, it worsened her depression and anxiety and contributed to her inability to make sound decisions, she added. Torres said the family was not aware of what was happening. Candelario told the court she prays daily for forgiveness, adding that she believes God and Jalen have forgiven her. "I am not trying to justify my actions, but nobody knew how much I was suffering and what I was going through," she said. It's on you, brother.
Brother. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. This is absolutely heartbreaking and absolutely horrifying. But it is absolutely reality for Black and brown people. And this is where men have to take responsibility, man.
That's right.
For not only raising up stronger daughters, but also being aware of the type of women that we are dealing with. She went on a 10-day vacation with some dude, and the man didn't understand, like, he has no idea that you are sleeping and drinking and partying with some murderer, some child abuser. And this, like we talk about it all the time, One, this is a scary place. This world, you on vacation having fun, and you have no idea that this woman is unaliving her daughter as you drink. You understand? As you speak. This is her? Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. This is hard to even speak about. I ain't gonna hold you. This is bad. This is not good. You understand? But this is the truth. If I could, I'm gonna pull the scripture out. If I could take the screen from you for a second.
What do you think, bro? Do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna pull the scripture. Right? I'm gonna pull a couple scriptures. I think the scripture is gonna have to come out in this story. Excuse me for my hat here. Right, but this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. This is talking about us. This is talking about black women.
That's right.
You understand? And of course, let me say this first, and I'll get to the other part. But this is this story right here. You understand? Like, I'll read verse 4. The tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask for bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. Verse 6. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets, that they were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills. Like, what this is talking about is the cruel treatment to our children.
That's right.
How we treat them, how we raise them up. You understand? Children going hungry. This baby was in this crib for 10 days, wanting for food, wanting for companionship, wanting for everything that she needed so that she could live, and no one came to the rescue. Nobody. This isn't just on her, that mother. This is on everyone. This is on her family. This is on those neighbors who heard that baby screaming in torment, and no one decided to go and save that baby. No one decided to check on that baby. You understand? Because in our nation, we've been destroyed so much, a crying baby has become normal to us.
Right.
Oppression, like it's normal. It's normal. So we don't see it as, oh no, something ain't right. We see it as, oh, that's just that's just their house. That's just how they run things. And the other part is this. A lot of you sisters, you'll look at this story and you'll think that this doesn't pertain to you because you didn't do something as heinous as what she did. But what you do is the exact same thing with your children.
That's
when you bringing men into your household with them children, you destroying them children's lives.
That's right.
When you bringing drugs into your household, you destroying them children's lives. When you're smoking weed while you're pregnant, you're destroying those children's lives. Even sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel. You cannot stop smoking weed with a baby in your stomach. You know what a sea monster does when they have babies in their stomach? They eat what they're supposed to eat. They do what they're supposed to do.
That's right.
You don't see sharks sticking their head out the water trying to die, trying to breathe air. But yet you trying to breathe marijuana so that you can feel good about yourself. We have become cruel to our children.
That's right.
You understand? I would like to pull one more if I could.
Please do think.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 15. It says, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. The Most High is not going to forget how you treat these children, man. What you did to these children. You're going to have to pay for that. You understand? And even the family trying to say that she needs to get, a lesser sentence because she was off her meds. Why didn't you make sure she was on her medication?
That's right.
We always want to deal with the problem when it becomes at its heightened sense, at the climax of the problem, instead of dealing with these issues before they get there. You knew that this woman was mentally unstable to have that child. but nothing in your mind made you think that you needed to get that child away from her. Nothing in your mind made you think that you should have called CPS to get that child away from her before she got murdered. But you want to beg and plead for a lighter sentence, man. Disgusting. That energy you have to beg and plead for a lighter sentence, you should have had that energy to make sure that that child was properly cared for.
That's right.
It's a baby, man. A toddler. And this is what we do.
That's right.
You understand? This is what we do. And this is a problem. This is a serious problem that is in the black community because we think we raising our children. We think we know how to love our kids. We do not. We do not know how to raise our children and love our kids. And we are so damn selfish, Ak.
That's
so
right.
damn selfish. So selfish. You rather go to a goddamn vacation than to take care of your child. That is a problem, Ak. You understand? And where's the father at?
Right.
Where is the father at?
John, that's the question.
They'll say the father is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the father's non-existent, huh? He don't help, huh? Ain't got nothing to do with you being crazy, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just follow me, Tabawan.
Yeah,
follow me. There absolutely was a man because you got pregnant, you got a baby, and the baby's very young, so the man ain't too far off.
Right.
Where's the father, Tabawan? Oh, the father, he a deadbeat, right? He a
Mm-hmm.
deadbeat. He non-existent. But it got nothing to do with you being crazy, though, right?
Right.
Ain't got nothing to do with you being crazy.
Nope.
Yeah, never that. But hold on, Tabawan, they want a lighter sentence for her because she's what again?
Because she has mental issues.
Oh,
She's going through stuff.
Oh, well, that doesn't make sense. You understand? You need a father in the life. You need to stop with marrying these men and having these broken households with sons and daughters growing up without fathers. That is a problem. You think it's not a problem because you just want to have fun. You believe that you're going to be able to go out and go on vacations and go on trips and find a new man to be a father to your children. You ain't going to find no Russell Wilson. Get that out your head. It's not going to happen. You're not Sierra. You understand? Stay with the man that you have. I can't stay with the man that I have. The man that I have is no good. I can't stay with the man that I have. The man that I have is a drug dealer. I can't stay with the man that I have. The man that I have is a gang member. Shut up. Shut up.
That's right.
Commander General Yohana taught you and told you silly, dumbass women where the men was at. And the men is in the Israelite school of UPK. He told you where to come get a man at. And guess what? It doesn't even matter if your man has a wife or not.
Right.
You can be with a man in the UPK and not deal with deadbeat fathers, not deal with abusive men, not deal with drug addicts and drug dealers. You can do it right in here. For all of you sisters out there who this terrifies you, having children terrifies you because you don't want to be alone. Because you don't want to have to make the decision to go on a date for 10 days and leave your toddler in a fucking crib or to stay home and be a mother. You don't want to have to make those decisions. Well, if you don't want to have to make those decisions, then make the decision to sleep with a man that is in the Israelite school of UPK. I can't make it no different. I can't give you no other answer. There is no other answer. If not having a man is the reason why this baby is unalive, Doc, good night. Then you need to make smarter decisions about the man that you sleep with. You're going to have to choose better. And if you want to choose best, you best do it in the Israelite school of UPK.
That's right.
You understand? Or realize, man, that one, I tell you what, man, I don't even feel like I'm saying what I need to say correctly because I'm getting a little emotional. But this, I feel like every person should have a goddamn mental evaluation checkup. Like, you should go get mentally evaluated, man, because this is insane. This,
John. Nah, for
over
real.
over a fucking over a fucking some. You got your baby killed because you wanted to go get some penis and drink and have fun. Your baby is over. Just take it, Thawan. This is done.
I'm gonna read on and I'm gonna chime in. It says Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Brendan Sheehan admonished her as he handed down the sentence. Speaking sternly, he said Candelario left her child, in quote, trapped in a tiny prison for days while she was out having a good time. Another quote, the bond between a mother and a child is one of the most purest and most sacred bonds. It's a relationship built on love, trust, and unwavering protection. You committed the ultimate act of betrayal, Sheehan said. That little baby persevered, waiting for someone to save her. And you could have done that with a simple phone call. Instead, I see photos of you on a beach while your child was eating her own feces in an attempt to survive. The judge sentenced her to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Just as you didn't let Jalen out of her confinement until she died, so too you should spend the rest of your life in a cell without freedom, Sheehan said. The only difference is will at least feed you. Salakia?
I ain't protesting against it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know she a sister. I'm sorry.
No.
That's the judgment. I'm sorry. That's that.
Yeah. But sure. This is right and exact. And I also want to say something, if I could, just put my, say a little something on it. When it says the bond between a mother and a child is one of the most purest and most sacred bonds. Again, I talk about my son a lot. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You being a father. My son is so damn attached to his mother, it doesn't make sense. It's like when we are not home, when we go around other people, it's like the little cat does not care about me at all. He just want to be up under his mother. Wherever she go, if she leave the room, he's upset. All of that. This little girl looks exactly like her mother. They have the same face. I could only imagine, and I imagine that the father was not in the house often, because look at what we're talking about. And while we talk about the physical, just torment of starving to death when you're not even 2 years old, but the mental anguish of a baby who's expecting their mother to just come around the corner every 15, 30 seconds, every minute. Like, mommy's probably right there. In this young child's mind, I know. This was like dying 1,000 deaths. Because when the pain was unbearable, the first day, the pain of her mother not being around, I'm sure she thought, okay, mommy will come get me in a minute. Mommy's right there. She'll come. I just gotta wait a little longer. Probably can't articulate these things, but that's probably exactly what she was thinking. And to know that and to sacrifice that so you can take a vacation. So while your daughter is dying and going through, again, something that most of us can't even fathom. None of us can. You're on a beach with a dude because of what you were going through? And then when it's all said and done and your daughter's an emaciated skeleton with feces all over her, you have the audacity to go to the court and say, I believe that God and my daughter have forgiven me? That's what Yarmak is saying when he brings up the scripture about our sisters have become cruel, man. And this cruelty, y'all do this cruelty to your children. You do this cruelty to your husbands. You do this cruelty to your families and everybody around you. Everybody around you has to suffer because you are going through so much. Because you are having issues with this and with that. So now every goddamn body has to suffer and go through hell because, well, life sucks for you. And it's hard being, guess what? It is hard being a mother. Trust me. I've seen it. It's tough, man. And guess what? You know what? Everybody's relying on you when you're a mother. That baby's certainly relying on you. That baby wants you around all the time. You can't, when they say you're a mom, you can't even breathe. You can't even get a chance to breathe because them babies need you. Well, guess what? You know what is not going to change? Them babies are still going to need you.
That's right.
That's just what it is. This is what you signed up for when you laid on your goddamn back. This is what you signed up for. But no, it's just too much and it's too overwhelming. Well, let's see how being in a prison cell for the rest of your life while you still get to eat and survive, and you still get to go to the yard sometimes, and you probably can still make phone calls and receive mail. Let's see how hard it is then. This child doesn't get that opportunity. And a lot of children don't. This is the first time or the last time that something like this is going to happen. But it would never happen, as Officer Yarmak said, it would not happen if our sisters understood. Guess what? You got to shut the hell up.
Okay.
How about you don't do what you think you should do? Just don't do it. Shut up and let somebody who knows better tell you what to do. Because when you do what you want to do, you rationalize that I should leave. Because guess what? She did it before. So in her mind, it's not that bad. I did it before. You'll leave your baby in a playpen with a couple of bottles and rationalize, well, you know, she'll be all right. Yeah.
Hey, Thub.
Go ahead, please.
It's almost like drug addiction, right? When you going through something, a lot of mothers, they go through postpartum, especially those who's in relationships where being in this relationship or being a mother is so hard to stay where you are, to do what you're doing. You understand it's so hard to do. But then you have an out. You have the option to choose another life, to make a decision, to go out here and sleep with another man, to leave your baby in the crib and go on vacation. You understand? To break up your home. But this is what I would leave you sisters with. And you brothers. You brothers can learn from this as well, because all Satan attacks us all. But just like a drug addict, when a drug addict is going through the what you call it, that drug addicts got to go into Thabawan. They got to go to rehab. When they're going through the rehab, right, and they're starting to feel those withdrawals. When you're feeling those withdrawals, right, you're a mother, and now you're feeling the withdrawals of postpartum. You're feeling when you used to be free to go drink. You used to be free to live a lifestyle that wasn't a mother. You used to be free to go sleep and have sex with any man you wanted to before you was married. So now you're feeling these withdrawals, and it burns. It hurts you. It hurts you every day that you're faithful to your husband. It hurts you every day that you're a mother to your children and you're staying home. You know how many mothers say, when was the last time I got to go out? It's been 3 years since I've been to a club. It hurts that you don't get to go to a club. Just like for a drug addict, it hurts when they're not able to use the drug that they were accustomed to using. What you have to understand is this. You have to decide which pain hurts worst.
That's right.
Because it's pain either way. You have to decide if the pain of being loyal, being a mother, being in the truth, if the pain of doing those things hurts worst than the pain of coming home and finding your daughter unalived in a crib and living in prison for the rest of your life. if it hurts worse than the pain of losing your family, losing your brothers and sisters in the truth, you have to decide which pain would hurt worse. And you have to decide that with life. Life is just like that. You understand? Of course, I could go out and sell drugs and get rich tomorrow and get the BMW that I want. I could do it. But the pain of losing my brothers, that hurts more than me being broke and not having a BMW.
That's
it will hurt more. So I'm not going to choose that. You understand? And you sisters, you should not choose the things that you're choosing because it hurts. Choose the pain of success, man. There's two types of pain: pain of suffering and pain of success. And the majority of you dummies, you never get the pain of success because the pain of suffering is too much for you to bear. You don't get it. You think the pain of suffering from raising your children is so terrible that you never ever accomplish the pain of success. You know what the pain of success feels like? The pain of success is when you look back and you see priests that you raised.
That's right.
You see daughters that you raised, got marriages, got families, got children of their own, are successful, they're not drug addicts, and you raised them. That's the pain of success because it hurt to get there.
That's right.
You look back and you look at that husband like Lawaya and Thapawan is going to do one day, and they're going to look at each other and they're going to say, God damn it, baby, we've been together 25 years. It hurts.
Right.
It hurts to make it that far. But what hurts worse? A flagship relationship being broken up in the school that would hurt all of us? I would think that would hurt worse than making it to 25 years together.
That's right.
This is what you have to think about. You have to understand that in life, you're going to go through pain.
That's right.
But there's a pain of struggle, and then there's a pain of success that comes after it. That's with anything. I don't care if you're doing 100 push-ups. You can quit because doing 100 push-ups hurt.
That's right.
But think about how you feel after you've done them, after you've completed your goal, after you're successful. It still hurts, nigga. It still hurts.
Right.
Your body still is sore from doing what you had to do, but the success is there. But a lot of you will never understand it. You'll never experience the pain of success because the pain of struggle is too much for you to bear. Which is why a lot of you leave the truth. It's why this woman left to go be on some vacation. It's why a lot of you women go and commit adultery. It's why a lot of you cannot stand in here because the pain of struggle is too much to bear than the pain of success.
Right.
You can't have it.
That's right.
You won't have it. You understand? And that's what I want y'all to really think about, man. If I can leave you with anything, is that I want you to understand that life is about pain. Life is about war. We know that. And everything we do is going to hurt. But you have to decide what hurts worse. You failing or you succeeding. God damn it, Thapawan, I'm going to succeed, man.
That's right.
I'm going to succeed. I'm going to be in the truth next year, the year after that. I don't care how many times I get checked. I don't care how many ribs I lose. I don't care how broke I am. I don't care if I lose my house. I don't care about nothing. I'm going to have the pain of success. One day they're going to say, Gal Mock been here for goddamn 30 years. I'm going to have it. I'm going to have it. I'm going to raise our children. We're going to raise these brothers up. I'm going to be a brother to my brother. I'm going to have friendships like you've never understood. I'm going to have friendships like David and Jonathan. That's something that's so biblical, you don't even understand it. But I'm going to go through the pain to make sure that we have it.
That's right.
And that's what you got to go through. That's life.
Damn right.
You understand? And I wish this sister could understand that. I wish she understood it before she got this baby unalive, man.
Right. Damn right.
That's what she needed. But nonetheless, this sister could not pay a debt to Christ. Being a mother to the daughters of Sarah, she cannot do that no longer. But she still can pay a price. And she will help us. And she'll help us because we're going to talk about how stupid she is. And hopefully you'll learn from her. Hopefully you'll learn from her and you will be a mother to your children. you will be a father to your children. You'll be a wife to your husband and a husband to your wives. Maybe we can learn from that. But if not, then we'll just talk about you next week too.
John, Most High in Christ. Well said, brother. Well said. Before we end it, we cannot end the show. Can't do it. You understand? Without giving due diligence and respect. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to be in the lab all day. I thought I wasn't going to see him until damn near the Passover. I really didn't think I was going to see his face until he popped up in Durham, North Carolina. But we got Captain of 10,000 Yagar Wap in the spot. Shalom, I don't want Lord of Christ.
Hey, shalom, Lord Christ, Lord Christ.
You was able to take a quick break, huh?
Hey, man, this show, this show is so hot, man, and this topic is so heavy, man, which y'all bringing out. This right here, this story right here, it was so hot. I said I gotta say something, man, because it's
please, sir, definitely
about that sister, man. It's like, boy, it's you can't our mental illness. And one of y'all brothers, I think you did thought one, but I think both of y'all did hit on the mental illness, of our people and what you're going through. And mental illness is really, really serious. And what that sister did is so sad. It's is that a sister though? I mean,
I believe so, Constance. I believe she's a
okay.
Ephraimite sister.
Okay, yeah, okay, look, okay. Well, it's terrible, man. What she did, But being out of your mind, you know what I'm saying? You will be the last one to think that you out of your mind. With the mental illness. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? And for her to do that was terrible. That's so terrible for her to do that to a kid. So I'm leaving the kid. I mean, you got to be out of your mind to do something like that.
Right. Come on.
You got to be out of your mind to do something like that. To do that, something like that. But it's like people are struggling with mental illness. Our people are struggling with mental illness, and it's being overlooked. It's being played down. People are not even really acknowledging it.
Right.
But it's real. I mean, it's a real important subject that we should pay attention to.
Come.
Because it's like our people are really messed up. And like me, myself, I don't, like I said, I never like walking around. I never thought I had a problem. No, this is like really shortly before the truth. When I moved back to DC, and I was like really like struggling with like trying to find the righteousness of the Most High, trying to find the Bible, trying to find the God, whatever, because I watched my parents suffer and die, and they were Christians and stuff. So I'm just like really trying to find myself. My career failed. I divorced my son's mother. So I'm just really trying to find. And in those times, I'm gonna tell you, I was sick. I was real sick, but when I look back on things, I was going to kill somebody. I definitely was going to kill somebody. Because I got fired from jobs. I told this before. I got fired from jobs where I just have an outburst for nothing. I have an outburst, and people be like, "Whoa, wait a minute." You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't right. So I got fired from jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I was walking around all the time, and I was definitely going to kill somebody.
Good night.
I definitely going to kill somebody. And even with my manager, I made a plan to go kill him. To go kill him, I was going to get our crazy boys from the street, and I was going to go and kill him. Unalive him. You know what I'm saying? I was going to go unalive him. I was going to go do it. You know what I'm saying? But I started looking at my son. I said, no, Dad, take me away from my son.
Right.
He's my son, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was at a stage that, man, I was real messed up. I was real messed up. You know what I'm saying? And all I had to do is just, like I said, I thank the Most High for being with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I moved with my sister Kamala, and Captain Soccer Ward. Of course, that's so. By me moving with them, that was my safe place. That was a safe place for me, and the Lord protected me. That I was away from anything that was going to drive me to kill somebody.
That's right.
And then I was even though, and then I was still getting upset with people, you know, getting pissed off with people and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying. But I didn't know it at the time. But when I look back on those things, I was like real mentally messed up.
Right.
I was real mentally messed up, man. It was like, boy, good Lord, you know. And that was like I told the story before. I was walking down the street and this little strip where brothers was hustling. Everything was going on the street, you know. Brothers hustling, you know, and brothers, you know what I'm saying. And I walked down the street. I used to walk on the upside of the street, say, nah, you know, I ain't gonna get, you know, I don't want to get into nothing. So I go walk on the upside of the street. This day, I said, nah, I ain't gonna walk on the upside of the street. Somebody F with me, man. Man, I wish somebody would mess with me. You know, so I started walking straight down, and everybody started parting. Start like the Red Sea. They parted. Like, it was like looking the spirit that was on me. I'm walking down, but I'm just walking. I wasn't really like looking mad or nothing, but I'm just like in a zone, a crazy ass zone. I'm like, nigga, you know, and I'm like wishing anybody would say something to me, you know. And then when I got there, it was a brother that I know that it was his block. He ruled that block. And he just looked at me, you know, and he just, hey, what's going on, soldier, you know? And I was just like, I ain't nothing, man, you know, like that. And ain't nothing come to it, you know?
Come.
But it was like in those days, man, good Lord, I was real messed up. And you got people walking around like this, and they thinking they all right. They thinking everything is well. I'm cool. Ain't nothing wrong with me, but they got problems. They got problems. And in those states, I thank the Lord that he had this truth for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like everything was bottled up in me, you know? Like, hey, how the hell? I'm supposed to be on HBO.
Right.
I'm on your HBO now, and I'm down here struggling with a goddamn job, a sorry-ass job. I'm like, you know, I'll be, a lot of times I would like, I could deal with that. But it's like sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, when you're sitting there and the demons come, boy, you get lit on fire. You get lit.
Right.
You know, and people don't understand that people have these problems out here. And this is why we try to help people in there at ICBK. You know what I'm saying? People in the world dealing with these with kids.
That's
dealing
right.
with problems like this with kids. You know what I'm saying? So even like right now, like I'm watching these kids right here that I'm raising my grandkids. Man, it's something, you know what I'm saying, that I just like, you know, and I'm thankful that I can do it.
That's right.
I'm thankful that I can do it. I'm thankful to the Most High that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like different, these things will happen. You talking about kids with the mothers, you know, incarcerated, and the fathers nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know, so I gotta be here, you know, for them.
That's right.
I gotta be here for them, you know, so and it gives me strength, you know, to just, hey, wait a minute. I gotta do this. I gotta do that for them. You know what I'm saying? Even Little Eva, she's autistic. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Her mother and not be able to watch her on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So we get her some of the times, you know, and watch her. You know, because you know, who knows what may happen. You know, but I thank the Lord for this, you know, for this truth and me being in this truth and everything that I can do my part.
That's right.
I can do this. I can do this, you know, and the Lord put it on me to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and I used to tell my mother about this crazy dream I had. I had a dream I had that I was back in my old neighborhood in DC, and I was walking on the street. I ain't gonna be too long with this. And I was walking on this street, and I don't know who was with me. I don't even know who was with me, but we were walking, and we got to this house. And this house had these kids. House had about 15 kids sitting on a porch. And when I walked up, I looked at them. There was something wrong with them. But I don't know, it was something wrong with them. And we looked at them, and somebody that was with me picked one of their arms up, and their arms fell, boom, like they were like a dead body or something. And I was like, man, what's wrong with these kids, you know? And it was like I never understood what the dream was, you know. It was crazy because the other day I was thinking, when, hey, gotta show them this and gotta show them that, you know what I'm saying? This is how demons mess with you.
That's right.
Listen, I gotta show them this and I gotta show them that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of like getting a burden.
That's right.
burden. You know, General Hyman gave me a prophecy of
Right.
I have to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? So I'm just really like here. I know it's a demon. I know it's a demon. I know it's, you know what I'm saying. People outside the truth I may be go over your head with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You can't.
But see, like I know this ain't right.
That's
this
right.
ain't right. And then it came to me. That dream came to me because I was talking to my wife about it, and I was telling her about it. And I said, I don't know what's really, what was about it, but the dream was telling me. I mean, the Lord was. It was like working. Like I'm saying, I don't want nobody saying that I'm just really like God talking to me. And we don't do that crazy stuff here. We don't do that crazy stuff here, okay? But it was showing me that, hey, it's when Satan tried to burden me with anything about far as like I'm raising these kids and everything, hey, it's my duty to raise them.
That's right.
It's my duty to show them everything. Show them everything, because if I don't show them everything, they can't live.
That's right.
I have to show them. So that's why that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I got out of that dream when I go into that house with those kids and they couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed to help them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people walking around with like real mental illness, and real sickness. You know what I'm saying? And they're living everyday lives. They living everyday lives, going to work every day, and they doing stuff like that lady just did.
Mm-hmm.
Doing stuff just like that lady just did.
That's
and
crazy.
Want to do some things like that lady just did. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really watch our people. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we do in the ICPK. We watch our people and take care of our people. You know what I'm saying? We telling you, if you can't take care of your kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Bring them to contact the ICPK school in your city.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We will watch it. We won't let you leave your damn kids, for 10 days and for 2 days. We won't let you leave your kid for a damn hour.
Right.
A toddler for an hour. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch them and take care of them for you. Don't do nothing stupid like this lady. Like I said, but that's a mental illness right there. That's something really wrong with that lady. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because if she was a white lady, if she was oppressor, it would have been like, oh, she's going through this, she's going through that. The judge would have found something wrong with her. The judge would have found, oh yeah, she got this problem, you got this problem. I'm gonna get you to help with this doctor, this, and you see this doctor, you see this therapist, and you do this, and you're gonna be okay. But hey, she's a sister. Well, she's a Hispanic sister. She's crazy. Lock her up. Throw her in jail.
Right.
Throw her in jail. Give her life in prison for that. See, that happens to us. Or oppressor, anybody else. Even Chinese lady coming in there, you know what I'm saying? They would have, she got this problem. We're going to get her some help. But her sister, throw her in jail. You know what I'm saying? We are tore up as a people. Hey, we are the people that Christ came for, died for, and coming back for.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's our job in the ICPK and Commander in Honor to protect and help these people.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you out there and you get problems, you think you have mental illness or you have a problem watching your kids, just contact the school. Contact ICPK and the school in your city, in your zone, wherever you are. And we're going to help you with those kids, and you won't have to do the foolish thing that this sister did. You know what I'm saying? Right. With that, I'm yield. I just had to come on and give that, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what we do.
That's right.
This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And Salakia, I would, I see my brother Young Mark right here, man, with the javelin hat on and the sweatsuit. I mean, come on, man. I had to give some props to the brother, man. Come on. If y'all don't want that, man, you gotta look. Come on. What the hell with Nike? The hell with anybody, any athletic wear. You ought to be ashamed of yourself when a brother putting out stuff like this. Come on, man.
I need the black the black trucker hat joint, bro. I might need that.
Come on,
black,
on,
you know what I'm saying? With the black shiny lettering with the javelin. I might need that, bro.
I'm looking at the cap, you know what I'm saying? You know, I never really been a cap man, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, look at the cap, man. Come on, man. You got the baseball cap. Come on, man.
Damn right. Hey man.
I got some black ones right now too, ready to go.
Oh, Mozart trains.
Yeah, man. The water cap, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I am the ball. Hey, I'm the ball, man. You know what I'm saying?
So much stuff going on. Appreciate you. My brother, Officer 1,000-yard mock, man. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? Break down everything you said right on point, man. And if I could just sisters, man, just listen to you. Another thing, man, just listen to these priests. For real. Like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? We go through things and things be tough, man. But you, like Cap said, man, you think you okay. You think you all right. You think you mentally all there, but you're not. You're not. And you think that you can handle it. And most of the time we try to do things by ourselves. Let me tell you something. I am not strong enough to handle this world, this crazy world we talk about. Pause. I can't handle it by myself. I just can't. I need Captain Garwap. I need Yarmak. I need my Rib Lawaya. I need your Parana. I need all of them. If it wasn't for them, I'd be dead. Straight up. I'd be dead or strung out on somebody's drug. You understand? Garwap just said if it wasn't for this, who knows what he might have done. I know Yarmak. Y'all don't know elements of a Yarmak story, man. I'm privy to know certain elements of that, man. If not for this truth, man, who knows where that brother might be. All of them have similar stories. We realized that we did not know.
That's right.
They thought we lost you.
They thought, yeah, you can't see.
Yeah, I mean, but what he's saying is true, man. We gotta listen to the priest, man. Listen to what these brothers are saying. You understand? And change your life and just prepare yourself for war, man. Prepare yourself for battle. You understand? When it comes to doing whatever it is you setting your hand to do, because it's gonna be pain. You understand? It's gonna be suffering, but it's gonna be beautiful in the end. That's what y'all understand. You understand? Stop while you got it.
No, I'm glad you were able to come and pause and save the day. Cause I guess my joint, I don't know if I froze or something, but something crazy happened. But that's really exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta just gonna be like y'all Mox said something so perfect. Like this, if you think you're about to get out of the struggle of life, you lying to yourself. You lying. There's no element of like, I don't care how much money you get, I don't care what happens. Life is gonna be war. Period. And so you just got to pick your battles and decide which things mean the most. So, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all Mock said, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something's going to be tough, man, but I got to decide, am I going to succeed? Am I going to pick the battle that at the end of it I get the goal? Or am I going to pick the battle that at the end of it I look back and say, damn, I should have kept going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that, man, another excellent episode, man. Put this in the archives. An excellent episode of the Chain Breakers Podcast, brought to you by the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. Make sure you're there April 20th in Pittsboro, North Carolina. We're going to be doing most of our events in Durham. Pittsboro is only like, what, 20 minutes from Durham, so it's right outside the city. So make sure you get all your affairs in order for that Passover. You know what I'm saying? But before we go, Cap, is there anything you wanted to bring out before we clip it for today?
Nah, just, like back, piggyback what you was just saying, get to the Passover. You ready for the Passover? And we going, brothers are like I'm saying, brothers are getting ready. Brothers are working so hard to make this event get off. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the least y'all can do just go ahead and get down there. You know
Damn right. Y'all mock.
Passover, javelin raffle, $5. 5. Next week, Friday, we're doing a raffle.
Let's get
We're gonna do it like that. Just hit me up, man. Let's get it on.
And right, Most High in Christ, man. And with that, I'm saying we're gonna clip it for today. Chainbreakers Podcast. We're gonna see y'all next week, same time, same place. Chainbreakers Podcast, ISUPK under Command of General Yohan.